Come out to the bar.
Hello YouTube, cheers and welcome to the basement. My name is Bruce Lively.
And I'm D-Boy Slim.
And the basement is the first daily hip hop debate show. From Tuesday through Friday, we tackle the most intriguing topics in hip hop culture and the world around it. So listen, I know everybody has seen, heard, or heard about Snoop Dogg and Bad Bad Not Good with their controversial video Lavender. And this comes right around the time when we're getting ready to do our 3-month review of Donald Trump's presidency. Oh boy, we are going in. Please watch the whole show. It's gonna be crazy, I promise you. Question is, did Snoop go too far with his violent depictions in the Lavender video? With that being said, let go.
Alright, checking back in with you today, YouTubers. We apologize. We were actually supposed to do the same show on Friday, and we had a bit of technical difficulty. So we do apologize on behalf of me and Bruce, and we'll get right into it today and make sure we don't disappoint.
Okay.
Now, the topic today is, did Snoop go too far with his violent depictions in the Lavender video? And I don't even know what that means, people. I'm gonna be one. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Like, I don't even know what that means, go too far. First of all, this is hip hop. It's probably the highest form of creative and mental expression that there is musically, which is why it's such a raw art form and a raw culture, because, you know, it does have that creativeness and expression, which is what hip-hop was built on. Now, as it pertains to the president, going too far, I can't believe after this past election that that could even be a question with any of us. Going too far. You know what?
Tell him, man. Get him. Get him. Get him, D. Too far after what we seen, huh?
I had to light up, cause that's kind of funny to me. Too far. Too far would be grabbing a woman by the pussy.
Oh.
Or even, you know, entertaining it, you know, saying it's cool. I sit around with Bruce, you know, and we talk, and never do we discuss grabbing women by the pussy.
Agreed.
I'm just keeping it a stack with y'all. Oh, you asked D-Boy Slim? No, he didn't go too far. That's exactly what we needed. I thought that was exactly what the country needed. That's why Snoop, is the hip-hop icon and legend that we adore today. This guy said he's made allegations about people celebrating in Jersey City, high-fiving and throwing celebrations after 9/11, yet he had no proof. He didn't even have an exact location where in Jersey City he seen this. Like, I mean,
it's been denounced by every major news organization as a lie.
Going too far. Has the guy shown us his tax return yet?
That's going too far.
Bruce, I'm gonna let you have the floor. Too far.
Honestly, I disagree with you, D-Boy Slim. I disagree wholeheartedly because as a liberal, my morals won't allow me to indulge in the obvious satisfaction it gives me to see the picture of Snoop pointing that fake gun at our president, Donnie Tiny Hands, right? Pointing the fake bang gun at Mr. President Donnie Tiny Hands' head. I want to love it so badly, but I can't. You know? First of all, I can't because I hated it when Ted Nugent was talking about making Hillary Clinton suck a machine gun, right? And in more equivalent example, when they put President Obama's face in the crosshairs of a rifle, I didn't like it, okay? Under the guise of journalism. When the truth was it was just racism. Or how about when they depicted him as a monkey needing to be shot in this cartoon you see right beside me? Or when they hung the first black president in effigy, I didn't like it.
Wait, isn't there a difference though? Were they rappers and entertainers? Make the distinction.
Ted Nugent is an entertainer, and I didn't like it. He's a singer.
Okay.
I didn't like it. I didn't like the racism. I didn't like the violence towards heads and states officials. You see, unlike the brainwashed Republican, racist, small-minded, insecure sheep that raised the Bible in one hand and worship this orange-faced idol of money and warmongering on the other hand, I have a moral center that won't allow me to denounce something one day and find it acceptable the next day just because the perpetrator happens to be on my side this time. But also as a liberal and a veteran, you see, I will fight to the death. I will fight to the death to uphold Snoop Dogg's right to make that picture or that song or art or speech. It's protected by the Constitution. I don't like it because it just makes us look like we're on their level. It gives them something to say when we say, look at what Donnie Tiny Hands has done. Look at how he's grabbing these. Look at how he's saying this and lying about it. Then they look to this and they go, well, this guy pointed a gun in his head. I'll fight for his right to do it, but I don't agree with it. I think it could be done smarter. That's all. So I disagree with Snoop's picture of pointing a gun at the depiction of our president, but I understand it. I understand it because no amount of fake guns pointed at fake clowns can equal to the potential of nuclear war with North Korea. Yes, while we're worried about crowd sizes, this story was buried. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson says, let me be very clear, and listen to his hidden language. The policy of strategic patience has ended. We are exploring a new range of security and diplomatic measures. But what does that mean? I have another quote from Fox News where they're also talking about the potential of them sending B-52 bombers out there to North Korea for war games. But if you're smart, you don't listen to Fox News either, because they lie. You want to know where to find the news? Go to Korea. The Korean Herald says, yes, there is a possibility of the United States redeploying tactical nuclear weapons on South Korean soil to counter North Korea's evolving military threat. People, this fake gun that said bang means nothing compared to nuclear war with North Korea. That affects you, Donnie Tiny Hands, and you don't even know it because you're such an idiot. Because you're such an orange clown buffoon. Who cares? Who cares about the fake gun? We cared because you hung our president in effigy, and it wasn't an entertainer that did that, but because it was racism. And I didn't like it. So no, I don't like the fact that Snoop Dogg points the gun at our so-called president. But who cares? It means nothing compared to nuclear war with North Korea that he is advancing.
President kid.
Talk about it, please.
He cared enough for an immediate response and then had the audacity to say, well, if it was Obama, it would have been an outrage or Snoop would have gotten jail time. Well, here's my point to that. It would have never been Obama. Reason being because he never did the outlandish and buffoonery and foolishness that we've seen under the short term, under the short term that Donald Trump has been in office, that we in the 8 years that Obama was in office.
This buffoonery includes Exhibit A.
We said today that you had the biggest electoral margin since Ronald Reagan, 304 or 306 electoral votes. In fact, President Obama got 365.
Well, I'm talking about Republican. Yeah.
Obama 306.
Yeah.
George H.W. Bush 426 when he won as president. So why should Americans trust?
Well, no, I was given that information. I don't know. I was just given. We had a very, very big margin.
I guess my question is, why should Americans trust you when you accuse the information they receive of being fake when you're providing information?
Well, I don't know. I was given that information. I've seen that information around, but it was a very substantial victory.
You see, you guys elected a sociopathic liar. A sociopathic liar. He lies at all times, as long as it means that it can make his position higher or denounce someone else. As long as it makes him look better, he's willing to lie and get rid of his own people. Where is his wife, by the way? Exactly. He's a sociopath. He's a sociopathic liar, and you elected him. Exhibit B.
How low has President Obama gone to tap my phones during the very sacred election process? This charge by the president has been called false by the director of the FBI, false by the former director of national intelligence.
Seen anything to suggest there are wiretaps? No.
People, this is my rant for the day. This is the rant, because it needs to be one. This is hip-hop's review of President Trump's first 3 months in office. And it is dismal, y'all. Worse than any video, any picture, song, or single piece of art that Snoop Dogg can make. There's a lot more. But D-Boy, am I wrong? Am I right?
Which brings me back to my point and the topic of the day. Did he go too far? Hell no, he didn't go too far. Why? Because we're seeing a president who entertains foolishness and nonsense, who lack of experience in politics, period, is what propels him to say and do some of the moves and you know, idiotic things that he said thus far. So no, because it's so extreme as far as our president in the United States. Never before have I seen, we may have not agreed with all the presidents that were elected in the past. Mm-hmm. I've never seen such a backlash of people, and this may be our own fault for voting them in.
It is.
Speaking, you know, for the masses, or, you know, but I've never seen just the outcry of people like, you know, I can't agree with anything this guy says. I can't believe anything this guy says.
His own crew can't believe anything that he says. His own White House can't believe anything he says. That's why they're leaking stories every day. That's why the CIA is leaking their own stories for the first time that I can remember.
So, to get back to the root question, did Snoop go too far? Nah, not at all. As a matter of fact, I think it was, as I said, on point and exactly what we needed. The depiction, it brings across a visual of extreme. Nor did he kill the president or anything like that.
True.
And so it just was a message involved in the song, and it was a message in a depiction. It's extreme. We voted you in for the betterment of the country.
I understand it. That's what I'm saying. I disagree. I disagree with Snoop Dogg's picture. Just the picture of pointing the gun.
How he went about it.
How he went about it. The picture of pointing the gun at the president gives a validity to the next person who wants to do that because we have a black president.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
And to that, all I have to say is if the next president is a bozo and a clown, then I would expect the next artist of the next generation to be as extreme or as creative with his expression as Snoop was. And again, I stand on the side of, I don't think it's too far. I think, like I said, at sometimes, it's like in certain times in our culture and society with sports, it feels like it's necessary because something else may be going on in the world at the time, and you know, just watching your favorite sports team or whatever, was sometimes watching your favorite artist. And I know that, like I said, there's nothing comical about shooting the president, but like I said, the extreme in the video, to me, it sent out a message. It sent out a message because it is that serious and what's going on in the country today.
It is serious, and that's why I understand it, you see. I disagree, but I understand it because y'all elected a sexual predator to the office of the presidency. That's extreme. That's extreme. The fake gun, not so extreme. Compared to the fact that y'all elected a sexual predator to the office of the presidency. A sexual predator who wants to screw his own daughter. Exhibit A.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know.
Stop it. Oh, it's so weird. Stop. You know what? You are sick.
I know, isn't that terrible?
Yeah.
How
Well, you're known for saying
Is that
outrageous
terrible?
things,
weird,
Mr.
just like
Trump.
me. Who are you, Woody Allen?
You serious? You joking?
Exhibit B. Yeah, it's not funny. It's extreme.
Did Snoop go too far?
Did Snoop go too far? This guy just effectively put a Muslim ban on countries that did nothing to us. Funny enough, all of his oil friends in Saudi Arabia, another Muslim country, funny enough, they're not on the travel ban. But almost all of the 9/11 hijackers and terrorists that attacked America were Saudis, people. If there was any country to be banned, it's them. Not Yemen, not Iran, not Syria, who's got so many people dying over there. Everybody coming here from there is a refugee, not a terrorist. Women and children escaping death. But the Saudis, you let them come. You're doing oil business with them as recently as last week. That's the 30-day review so far. It's dismal. Yeah, it's dismal. And as far as repealing Obamacare, and I'm gonna let you go in a minute, I gotta say it. As far as repealing Obamacare and replacing it with a plan that will lose insurance for over 20 million Americans, I don't wanna see all of you Republicans out there marching at the town hall meetings with your signs. You voted for him. You voted for him. And now that you thought, what happened was, you thought that when he got rid of Obamacare, it meant only we would be affected. Get rid of those moochers, you said to yourself in your trailer park. You forgot that you was one of them. You forgot that your grandma needed Obamacare. You forgot that your grandma needs the Meals on Wheels program. You forgot that your uncle might have cancer and has been using Obamacare for the past 2 years because if there wasn't Obamacare, he wouldn't have had a plan to get on because they didn't allow pre-existing conditions. You thought it was just us that was affected because you listened to Fox News and they said Obamacare so much that you believed it was bad and didn't know what it meant. And now you're marching at your own... I can't. Don't tell me about Snoop Dogg and his fake bang gun when you elect a sexual predator, when you elect someone who puts a Muslim ban against this Constitution and lets in Saudis who kill us consistently.
Openly, flagrant.
Don't tell me about Snoop Dogg. Don't tell me about Snoop Dogg.
And all you people who were smarter than the rest of us, who said, well, I'm not gonna vote at all, and that's gonna be my stance. No sense complaining now. No sense complaining about it. You took your stance. You chose to be quiet.
That's the hip hop review of the first 3 months. If you didn't vote, you have a part to play in this. I hate to tell you that. I know a lot of people, I understand it.
If you couldn't vote, that's one thing. You chose not to vote.
It's another thing entirely. But that's okay. That's the past. What are we going to do from here? We'll be talking about that in future episodes. This is the review.
Every now and again, we got to take it there. And we appreciate the love we get when we do these type of shows too. Yes, just know you're listening. But yeah, that's just our take on it. We got any shout outs today, Bruce?
All right, people. I also want to thank you too. He usually says it, but I do thank you for the love out there. We got shout outs. Matthew Williams. Son on the left don't know what the fuck he talking about. Son bugging. I believe he's talking about you. I don't even know what. I don't even remember which one that was about.
If I don't know what I'm talking about, please elaborate. Let me know.
Elaborate. Matthew Williams. You know you left a comment. Leave us another one. Elaborate for your boy. Tony Bands, thank you, man. Y'all got something good going on, he says. With a money bag, fire, 100 signs, all of that, all the emojis. But tell dude in the NY to learn how to put the words together and stop trying to eat the smoke when he puff.
You like that, huh?
Oh, man, there was someone else who didn't like the way you smoke. He said you were swallowing your smoke or something like that.
Appreciate the comments, Tony Benz.
Man, we both appreciate that. Chuck Mizzy, what's good? Said this is a good show. We got a lot of good ones, man. We do this randomly. We don't do this on purpose. But yeah, Chuck Mizzy, this is a good show. I like the different perspectives. D-Boy is not a hater. He playing that role for TV. I feel you. We ain't gonna say yes or no to that. I do the same thing sometimes, he says. But D-Boy is wrong all the time, and it doesn't make sense, and I don't like the way he smokes. What's that with the smoke? They don't like how you swallow your smoke. I don't know. Anyway, Remy ate Nicki up, facts. And I can't wait till she drops some more. Dolph is smart for the album title. But Gotti gonna smoke him. Man, Chuck Mizzy, you seem to be a diverse character yourself. I see you have different points of view. First of all, Remy ate Nicki in his mind. Dolph is smart for the album title, but Gotti gonna smoke him anyway. I don't know how he's smart and get smoked, but that's what's up. Said, Bruce, you my guy. I agree with everything you say, and I subscribe, so keep up that work. Man, I appreciate it, Chuck Mizzy.
Appreciate the love.
Yeah. Underground Worldwide, he said, y'all don't have Tupac #1, shaking my head, unsubscribe. All right. Shock Sizzy, what's good, man? He said, man, I just love Tragedy's ability to stun me with one verse or one punchline that affects me the rest of the song. Nas ain't done that to me yet. Wow, it was good statements, man. I like that. Obviously, we know what that's about, Tragedy. More lyrical than Nas, or vice versa. Thank you, Shock Sizzy. We glad y'all are listening. Thank you, everybody, for listening, watching, joining the debate. That's what it's all about.
That's it, man. That's why we do this, for the difference of perspective. Appreciate all the love out there.
Hey, tomorrow's gonna be a good one. We going in. Rick Ross throws his heat, throws his flame, whilst coming out with a great album.
Sure y'all heard it by now, unless y'all been under a rock, but yes, it's probably the hottest thing going on right now. Spilled out all of the Cash Money business. Really had a few things to say to Birdman. We gonna get into that tomorrow.
Please watch, y'all. Peace.
We out of here.
Come on to the box, boy.
I think we becoming more polished.
Yes, feel like off the top of the tongue. Yeah, feeling like back and forth.
Get yourself out the box.